Hello there. So today we were going to make a video of us cutting our molding for our next project, but when I unboxed the molding I received, I found it was the wrong item. Not the right color, and was not girlfriend approved. So I had to order the right color, and I'm going to use the other one that I just got for a different project, which is suitable for it. But in the meantime I cut a little chunk off of it, and I'm going to go ahead and use it to preview and do the unboxing of my Logan Studio joiner, which is actually the device that joins the frames, and here we have it right here. So we're going to unbox it. We're going to put it together. We're going to use it for the first time on a piece of scrap, and we're going to see how it works for us for the first time. So we'll see how easy it is to use straight out of the box. Alright, so here's the joiner. As you can see, it is basically a thing that is a corner clamp that allows you to put V-shaped nails into the corner and join the corners of your frame together. So it's a pretty cool tool. It comes with a number of the V nails for hardwood and a number for softwood. You can reorder those. It's no big deal. But as you can see, it's a base, a clamp, and then a tool that actually does the pressing of the nails into the wood. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what we got. It's very heavy, by the way. When it arrived, I thought it was going to be a much bigger box. It was actually very, you see it's fairly small, but it's got some heft to it. Now, contrary to a lot of the other items we've received from them, this one has a pretty thick manual, number of pages here, so clearly this is a component that requires a little more thought with use. This piece right here, I believe, is something that you use when you have contoured molding. So, right. I don't know what these are yet. I will. Oh, I think these are stands that you can use to adjust, so that when you are using the molding, that this will hold up the back ends of it. So, we have a handle and some cardboard. Okay, so this device is actual thing that does the punching of the nails into the wood, and this is the press portion. This is the vise, and we have lots of pieces. Okay, so they give you a handful of nails, not very many. I have some various wing nuts and washers. Another set of, these are the hard V-nails, these are the soft V-nails, there's the label. And then we have these two heavy, I guess these are vertical stanchions. A couple of pieces, or a piece of cardboard for protection of the stuff as it is transferred, and a base. So I think this is fairly simple to put together, but I'm going to follow the instructions because that's how I roll. We have all the pieces here. Let's go ahead and open it up. Okay, so let's look over what all the names of the parts are here. So we have these are support rods. This is the lever, and this is the magnetic tip. This right here is apparently a depth gauge. And then handle with a spring button that does the release, and they call this the vise. And this is the spacer. So, and those are levelers, as I suspected. All right. Step 1, slide support rods into sleeves on the board. Well, that would be these. So let us do that. I would say the rounded end probably goes up. Yes, because there are screw holes on the bottom that we will use, so I will do these one at a time. And I guess there's some hardware, yeah, some hardware in here. we've got the wing nuts. Those go on the sides that probably manage the support bars. We've got these hex bolts and these washers, which are used for securing these support rods. So let's go ahead and they did include an Allen wrench for us. So these hex bolts are a little hard to handle with my big old sausage fingers. And that one just went flying across the room. Okay. Try it this way. So we're gonna try it this way, it seems easier. Let's put this in and hold it with our thumb. Try to screw in the support rods that way. So much easier, so much easier. Work smarter, not harder. And just a quick tweak for some torque on that. And the next piece. And the next support rod. Now these support rods have a little bit of texture that has been ground into them, which is going to be good for getting the grip we're going to need on the joiner mechanism. Part 3, slide the lever assembly over the support rods. The way the image shows, the label is facing the user. So we will slide the joiner over the support rods. Step 4, screw knobs into lever assembly. These are these wing nuts here, and we use this to raise and lower based on the height that we need this assembly to be. This, by the way, is a rubber pad which provides friction, tension, friction, so that the vise won't slide when you're putting pressure on it. Okay, preparations. Use a V-nail type. So this is the spare molding I have. Pretty sure this is a soft wood. I can almost put a fingernail into it, so it's soft. So we're going to select one of the, and I think all right, so I had to recut my molding because I didn't cut it right, but we're ready to go now. So we have our joiner. We're going to follow our instructions, and we're going to go ahead and join this piece of scrap and see how easy it is. So choose nail type. Well, we've already decided this is soft wood, so we're going to choose the soft wood nails. So let's go ahead and grab one of those. It says use at least 2 of these per joint. So it gives you some guidelines. It says for 1/4 to 1 3/4 wide molding, use 2 nails. And for 2 to 2.5 inch, use 3 nails. First thing it says to do, this is very important, I believe, black stain marker. I have a whole spectrum of colors, but it says to mark the edges of the join so that any wood colors won't show through. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Oh, just like a felt tip. Seems a little dry, but we're not going to waste ink on the inside. Now, I did not sand this. You see that there's some fuzziness around here. I didn't go to the length of sanding this since it's just scrap. All right, so we have that piece. And here's the other side. I believe with black you can also use any kind of permanent marker with it. So also, just so you know, that the cut on this is a little rough. Like I said, I didn't sand it, so if this doesn't come out perfect, a lot of it I believe can be blamed on the fact that I didn't sand it. So it's my story and I'm sticking to it. Okay. All right. So I have dutifully marked the join. Now it says to put a little wood glue there. So we're going to slap a little bit of wood glue on it. I am using this type of wood glue. You okay? Just trying to get a nice covering, not too thick, because I don't want it oozing out. Okay, so we have marked and glued the corner. Adjust clamp jaw by pressing spring button and sliding the handle. Align the molding pieces in vise so top corner is square. Okay. Top corner is square. And as I said, it's not going to be a really clean join. And now what you do is you turn this handle to get the vise to clamp this properly. Now this is not square, so let's align it properly. Clamp it. All right, so if I sanded this, it's going to be better. But it's, you know, we're dealing with our own issues that we created. So we have this well clamped in here. Do not over tighten. The molding only requires enough clamping pressure to hold it still. I feel like I over tightened it, so no? Okay. Okay, I have just enough. Okay, so you use the spacer here when you have contoured molding. All right, now we adjust the beam height. So we put this in here. And we line up the depth gauge in the vise post to go basically okay, I'm confused about that. Oh, to the vise post. Interesting, I don't have a vise post. There's supposed to be vise posts here, apparently. I don't see them. It says we turn it over. Ah, we turn it over, okay. Line up the depth gauge with the vise post, which is this here. Okay. I don't want to. Okay, depth gauge is aligned. Tighten knobs, pivoted for extra clearance. Okay, so the depth gauge was used. We now flip this over. See, that doesn't seem right to me. Load a V-nail. Oh, is this on the wrong side? Oh, I don't get, oh. So, quick lesson learned. This is supposed to be like this. Okay, so it's supposed to be like this, where you have the rabbet on the underside, and then you screw this into the rabbet, springs, okay? And then you flip it over here, and you do your height setting here, which is going to be different now. Okay. So that was a good lesson to learn. This is why you do things on scrap stuff before you attempt your first actual. Okay, so now we have that. We can move the depth gauge out of the way. And now we see how that's supposed to go. So you see we have the molding we're going to be nailing here. And then we set the nail on the, already have nails out, okay. Okay, so the operation, loading a V-nail. Again, these are our V-nails. Align V-nail around magnetic tip with beveled edge of nail facing down. I have no idea, being as old as I am, which edge is the beveled edge. It feels like this side is. Alright, so I'm going to load that. And it magnetically just snaps right on there. We're going to line it up properly. Press nail into corner, inside corner first. So we want this to go to the point nearest the inside. So we're going to do that first. We're going to line it up. Okay. Press V-nail flush using the lever. All right, here we go. Well, let me straighten that nail up just a little bit. Okay, here we go. First time. Oh, it went in so smooth, so quiet. That was our second nail. Okay, we'll put our second nail on. Okay, yeah, you can definitely feel which side's beveled. If you're getting up there in age like I am, definitely can't see it, but you can feel it. All right, so let's get the nail straight, and we will prepare to insert that in here. Okay. And that just goes in so smooth and so easy. And that's it. Repeat on the other corners until complete. So what I now have is one joined corner. We're going to release this. We're going to take a look at it. Spring release, push the button. Okay. Look at that. Now, not pretty because I didn't necessarily want it to be pretty, because I wasn't doing all the extra stuff, but look at that. Two nails, pretty solidly joined. Feels very solid. And there you go. That's my first frame corner. So again, this looks a little jacked up because I wasn't being very careful, and because you know, this was scrap. I wasn't terribly concerned about it, but that is firm. And that is glued, and once it sets, I think this is going to be a very, very stable corner. So, making frame corners, pretty easy. I wasn't sure how easy it was going to be punching in those nails, but it was super, super easy. And they went in very smoothly. So, there you go. There's the first use. The next time we use this will be next week when I get the new molding in, that's the proper molding I'm supposed to have. And we'll have a video about that as we do our true production usage of this system. So I like it. It seems to work well, and we will try it again here next week, and I'll see you then. All right, guys. Thanks for coming.